The kitchen was spotless on Sunday. You remember it clearly. The counters bare, the sink empty, the floor still slightly damp from mopping. And then Monday happened, and Tuesday. By Wednesday, the dish rack was overflowing again. The stovetop had found a new layer of grease, and the pile on the counter had quietly rebuilt itself from nothing. You hadn't even noticed it growing. You just looked up one afternoon and felt the familiar heaviness. The sense that the house had already swallowed your effort whole. And it's not just the mess, it's the knowing. The knowing that you'll do it again this weekend. That you'll spend hours you don't have on a clean that won't last. That no matter how thorough you are, no matter how many organizers you buy or systems you try, the cycle just begins again. What if the problem isn't how you clean? What if it was never about the cleaning at all? There is a way to step out of that cycle. Not by finding a better technique or a smarter schedule, but by understanding why the cycle exists in the first place. By the end of this video, you'll see your home differently. Not as a place you maintain through effort, but as a place that can maintain itself, almost quietly, almost on its own. There is a word in Japanese, muda. It means waste. Not in the sense of garbage, but in the sense of effort that produces nothing lasting. Wasted motion, wasted time, wasted energy spent on something that could have been prevented entirely. In the Japanese philosophy of lean living, the same thinking behind Kaizen and Seiso, muda is not just inefficiency, it is a signal. When something requires enormous effort again and again, with no lasting result, muda is telling you that the system is wrong, not you, the system. Over-cleaning is muda. Every hour spent on a deep clean that needs to be repeated next week, that is muda. And the Japanese fix is not a better mop. It is the question no one taught us to ask. What made this mess necessary? The first idea is this: prevention is not a shortcut. It is the whole point. In traditional Japanese homes, there is a practice called seiso, daily cleaning as a form of ritual, not recovery. Small, consistent gestures, wiping down the stove after cooking, not after a week of buildup, returning an object to its place immediately, not eventually. This is not about perfectionism. It is about never letting accumulation begin. Because accumulation is the real enemy, not the mess itself, but the invisible momentum of small things left undone. Each dish left in the sink makes the next dish easier to leave. Each surface left unwiped makes the next day's mess feel normal. Seiso breaks that momentum before it builds, not with effort, with timing. The second idea follows naturally. The problem is almost never too little cleaning. It is almost always too much stuff. The Japanese concept of danshari is sometimes translated as decluttering, but it goes deeper than that. Danshari means refusal. The deliberate choice not to let objects into your life that you will then need to manage, organize, move, and clean around. Every extra item in a home is future work. The decorative bowl you never use, the extra set of bed sheets taking up shelf space, the clothes from 2 sizes ago holding the closet hostage. None of these are neutral. They are weight. And weight, as anyone who has tried to keep a full home clean knows, is exhausting. Think of the hours spent cleaning around things you do not love. Now imagine cleaning a surface with nothing on it. That is not a fantasy. That is the result of danshari done slowly, over time, without guilt. If you have been looking for a way to make this kind of thinking into an actual daily practice, there is something in the first pinned comment worth seeing. It is called Cozy Home Builder. Answer a few questions. Get a personalized home plan in seconds, built around your available time, your energy, and what your home needs each day. The third idea is one that many people overlook. Rhythm replaces willpower. Willpower is finite. It runs out. It is not a reliable foundation for any system that needs to happen every day. But rhythm, a small, consistent sequence repeated at the same time, in the same order, requires almost no decision-making at all. The Japanese approach to home maintenance is not clean when it gets dirty. It is, each thing has a time. The morning has its gestures. The evening has its gestures. The week has its rhythm. And because each gesture happens before the accumulation, it stays small. A 2-minute wipe down, a 1-minute reset, a moment of returning rather than abandoning. These are not chores. They are the mechanism by which deep cleaning becomes unnecessary. The fourth idea is about honesty with yourself. Most cleaning systems fail not because the person is undisciplined, but because the system was designed for a version of life that does not actually exist. A life with consistent energy, consistent time, consistent motivation. Real life is different every day. Some days you have 30 minutes. Some days you have none. Some days you have guests arriving in an hour. Some days you are exhausted before you walk through the door. A rigid system cannot survive contact with a real life. Only a flexible rhythm can. This is where the shift becomes permanent. Your home is not a project to be completed. It is a living system that needs to breathe with you, not against you. And that is what this video was really about. Not cleaning, not techniques or labels or schedules. It was about the quiet weight you have been carrying. The sense that you are always behind, always failing, always starting over. That weight is not a character flaw. It is the natural result of a system built on recovery instead of prevention, built on deep cleanse instead of daily care, built on willpower instead of rhythm. Letting go of that system is not laziness, it is wisdom. If you want to make that shift in a practical, immediate way, the Cozy Home Builder is in the first pinned comment. It is an intelligent daily planning tool that asks you a few simple questions about your day, your time, your energy, the current state of your home, and builds a personalized action plan for that specific day. Not a generic checklist, not an ideal routine designed for someone with unlimited time. A realistic plan for today. And because it also includes a full home maintenance tracker, daily, weekly, monthly, seasonal, nothing quietly builds into an emergency again. No more cleaning marathons, no more feeling behind, just small, steady gestures that keep everything calm. It is there in the first pinned comment. Take a look. And when you walk into your home tonight, notice what needs your attention. And notice how small it actually is when nothing has been allowed to accumulate. That smallness is the whole practice.